Aiden, you're sweeping.
For who?
For Acheeto.
Why would I be sweeping for Acheeto?
I don't know. You tell me.
How am I sweeping?
You didn't ask any questions. You just like laid down belly up and like accepted what she was saying.
So when the girl says to me, nothing outside of this public exchange happened and we didn't like really talk, what else am I supposed to ask?
You're supposed to get deep into the story. You don't even know what we're linking you is like different shit. There are DMs that have been leaked of him like taking advantage of like a mentally ill, schizophrenic, like BPD, like coagulation of mental illnesses woman.
Was it this girl?
No, it was a different one.
So
There's multiple women who he's asked to build shrines for him. Multiple women.
There are? So wait, link this to me.
Yes!
I didn't link
You're
it.
sweeping! Aiden, you're sweeping!
I didn't see this. You have to link this to me. You can't just drop that and not link it. You have to show me this.
You're not even doing like research.
I was covering the...
You're a day one sweeper. You're getting this information. You're gonna send it straight to Acheeto, Augustus Acheeto, and you're gonna get him to fucking delete this.
So
you're gonna fucking sweep for him.
Okay, so are you lying right now about what you
No, I'm not. Let me find the fucking...
back that up.
Yes, I agree. Hold on, give me a second. All right, so I'll start over here. So we have Acheeto. We see the Acheeto shrine, right? This is Instagram story. Acheeto replies, "What?" Then he says, "You need to make a 4-minute tour and I'll react to this for a video." Then this exchange goes to Twitter. So these DMs, I don't have a lot of DMs. I'm in contact with the girl. I'm gonna see if I can get more because we obviously this is not a lot to go off of. But Acheeto says, "I thought you were 18 or something." She says, "I'm almost 17." So this is another 16-year-old in addition to the previous 16-year-old who you were just on call with, who was 16 at the time. And then she says, "No, I turned 17 in June. Tons of people assume I'm 18. Aha, well, take care and be safe." And then we have an Instagram story of her saying, "Thinking about how my therapist told me to stop obsessing over random YouTuber men and how my reply was, he follows me on Instagram." This is in relation to Acheeto. So he is taking advantage of like an extremely parasocial woman.
Stop. Hold on. Were there any further exchanges when he found out she was 17?
From what I know, yes, but from what I know, it's not like I'm not making a claim that he's like a fucking pedophile or predatory, to be clear.
So what is the
So I'm not making the claim that like, oh, he kept talking to her or whatever, right? I just think it's weird that he's like getting girls to try to make shrines for him so he can make fucking videos on it and LARP as a Turkey Tom Skinwalker. That's the claim that I'm making. I don't think it's anything like more than that. He was like 19. I think he's 20 now. So like even if he was interested in this girl in like a romantic way, I wouldn't care. I just think it's weird.
So he's just being cringe. This is like a nothing burger.
You think DMing like 16-year-old girls to make shrines for you is a nothing burger?
No, this is exactly what
you're sweeping. You're sweeping.
No, you have to be very careful because you are like you have to tread very.
You're a sweeper, day one sweeper.
No, I know you're new to this, but like the way you like go about like talking about allegations is totally reckless. You have to specify your language.
You're sweeping. You're sweeping. You're sweeping.
I don't like the guy. I have no reason to sweep for him. But when we're dealing with something like this,
I didn't know Aiden was a brand of brooms.
Hold on.
Swipper. Swipper mop.
You're literally doing the fucking Jalen thing from the other day where like Jalen makes a serious argument and then starts trolling. I'm being serious right now. I'm not joking.
I'm being serious too. I think this is genuinely weird. To claim that this is a nothing burger is like retarded.
I get that it's weird, but when you say it's weird and you throw in the fact that there's 16 in there is very clearly an implication here.
Okay, yes. Okay, the implication is that this girl is very... Hold on, Aiden. The implication is that this girl is very clearly and very publicly mentally ill. And there's no way he couldn't have known this. She's like very openly and publicly mentally ill on her social medias, on Instagram and Twitter, right? And he DMs her and he's like, "Oh, let me get fucking videos of the shrine and shit."
Wait, so because...
Right?
Wait, so
again, I'm not... Again, to be very clear, no accusations of pedophilia, no accusations of grooming, no accusations of predation, nothing like that. I just think this is fucking insane. And to claim that it's a nothing burger is retarded.
It is a nothing burger. You have one fucking store, and by the way, this guy...
This is a nothing burger to you?
Hold on. You're interrupting me because you know I'm like about to like destroy you, okay? What you've brought me here is one fucking Instagram story from a guy who probably realistically follows hundreds of people where she admits she goes to a therapist. Do you know how many people go to therapists?
Hold on. Why? What reason would he have to follow this girl?
Because he saw she probably did the shrine for Tom and wanted one of his own. Yeah, sure, that's like odd. But like,
and you don't think that that's weird?
But like when you throw in that she's 16 in there, it very clearly sounded like there was something else being implied here that is just not the case.
I don't know how you could come to that conclusion.
What does her age have to do with this if it's not pedophilia?
I think her age has a lot to do with that outside of pedophilia. What do you mean?
Can you answer my question?
You asked, what does her age have to do with that outside of pedophilia?
Yes, that's exactly what I just asked. Thank you for repeating it.
Well, I'm sorry. I want to be clear, Aiden. I apologize.
No problem. Can you answer my question?
Of course. I would love to answer your question. I think her age matters outside of pedophilia in the sense that she is still a 16-year-old, right? And she doesn't fully understand or comprehend what she's doing, right? Probably not good to be making shrines of YouTubers and forming really weird, unhealthy parasocial relationships that the YouTubers who you're obsessed with are capitalizing on, right?
Do you not?
You don't think that's weird?
Do you not? Okay, no. I think it's this is literally the same situation as what got you in trouble last time. I agree that it's
no, it's
I agree.
in trouble with
I
what?
Because do you know what you did the last time? There was a VC where somebody moaned at you, and there were minors in that VC that were deafened beforehand. This person deafened all of them and then made this joke.
Okay, if you want to be like an optics-brained cuck, you can like make that claim. But this is like really, this is such a retarded comparison, dude.
When you're talking about shit like this, you can't get reckless with it. You can't get reckless with it.
How? What have I been reckless with?
So what happened with the situation where with the moaning at minors in VC? You said when you talked about this person later on stream, you said yeah, they were moaning around minors. The problem with that is that before they did this joke to you, which is weird because it's moaning, is that they deafened everybody else in the call, so the minors couldn't hear or were not present for anything that was going on. So when you throw that in there, there's a certain implication that
this guy's being weird around minors, which he was. Yes.
He's not
Fuck off,
them.
you retard. Okay, Aiden. Do you think her age has absolutely nothing to do with what happened here?
In this context, no, I don't think it does.
Okay, so you don't think an impressionable 16-year-old who has had who is clearly displaying a very obvious parasocial relationship, you don't think that matters at all?
Wait, clearly she said she's going to a therapist. You know how many fucking 16-year-olds go to therapists?
So you don't think her age matters here at all?
No, explain how it does. You have to argue for that.
I've been explaining it. She's obviously an impressionable 16-year-old who's showcasing a very obvious parasocial relationship, right? And Acheeto is taking advantage of this.
So he saw that she did something for Tom. He asked her to do the same thing.
No, this is a different girl.
No, okay.
He did this to multiple girls. Some of them aren't even public.
Okay.
Some of them I can't even talk about.
Okay, the one he goes and asks for the shrine from, why did he hit her up to
on Twitter, the one that you just called?
Also, are you in contact with this girl? No, I'm talking about no, not the one I just called. I'm talking about the other one, the one you came in here to talk to me about. The one you just displayed evidence of. That's the one we're talking about.
Okay.
Right now. This girl, why did he hit her up? How did he know who she was?
How did he know who she was?
Yes.
She was in his Discord server, and that is how he found her.
And he just hit up he right-clicked on a random person and said, hey, can you make me a shrine?
I believe that is how things went. Obviously, I'm missing some core details here, some fundamental details here, right? But he was in contact with this girl for a while before this, supposedly.
So here's the thing, right? In every dynamic you're ever gonna have, there is always gonna be a gap of intelligence, of impressionability. Like even when you're dealing like.
Okay, yes, but I understand this. I understand this. I've done this argument before. The issue here, Aiden, the issue here is that this person is very obviously showcasing a parasocial relationship, and Acheeto is taking advantage of that, right?
So you want to argue for the parasocial relationship? Argue for the parasocial.
And the fact that she's like an impressionable, fucking mentally ill 16-year-old, she's obviously not well in the head and doesn't understand like what she's doing.
What we're arguing about right now, we can go to the next points in a minute, because like you're like gestalloping. What I want to argue with about right now is the age, the relevance of the age. So her being 16, I don't understand how that's relevant to his request. You're saying she's an impressionable 16-year-old. Sure, there's levels of impressionability to every dynamic, but the burden for you is to prove that she was so impressionable that he was taking advantage of her. There's power dynamics in every exchange we ever have. There's a power dynamic between me and you right now. It is the level of the power dynamic is important to assess to know when it reaches the point of trouble. Now, him being 19 and her being 16 is not a significant enough age gap for us to argue that that the age plays any relevance in like the impressionability in this context.
Okay, Acheeto could have been fucking 14. It doesn't matter. This person
when you add in the age.
Okay, Aiden, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're retarded. I don't understand how you could possibly not agree with me here. This girl is 16, right? This girl is not fully matured mentally. She's displaying very clear mental illness. She's going to therapy. She was well known in Acheeto's Discord for being mentally ill. She was well known on Instagram and Twitter for being mentally ill. That was literally her shtick, right? That was literally her persona online, was that she was a fucking mentally ill retard. And then she meets Acheeto in his Discord server. They move to Instagram. She makes the shrine and he's like, oh, take a video. And like they keep talking. They keep having these exchanges. And then even like fucking this screenshot, right? I believe it's this one. Yeah.
So the other thing too, I want to
this screenshot. Do you guys think if I start taking my that medication again, my obsession with Acheeto will fade out. Acheeto, do you want that to happen? And Acheeto replies to this saying no.
First of all,
he's playing into the mental illness.
Oh my God. First of all, when she said, like, you realize, like, there's no medication that's gonna make you stop obsessing with Acheeto. I think she's being, like, one of those, like, I'm not like the other girls, like, look how quirky and, like, mentally ill I am. Which, by the way, there's so many 16-year-olds online who do that shit. The burden for you is to prove that she was so mentally ill that she reasonably would have been taken advantage of in this context. Because
she made a fucking shrine.
The other girl did too, but he stopped asking her when he found out about her age.
The other girl did not make a shrine. The other girl did not make an Acheeto shrine.
He requested that she do that. She denied it, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, that's the first girl. The girl we're talking about right here did end up making a shrine, correct? Because he wanted content for a video, so he said,
okay,
hey,
the issue here is that this girl was obviously obsessed with Acheeto. Through his Discord server, through all forms of fucking social media, she made Acheeto cakes, she made Acheeto shrines. Like, I can't prove the cake thing right now. I can get proof of that, whatever. But like,
so there's a 16-year-old that's
he was entertaining like a fucking genuine like schizophrenic girl who was obsessed with him.
Wait, how do you know she's schizophrenic?
She's like schizophrenic and has BPD.
She said she's schizophrenic?
I believe so, yes. Obviously, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong on that, but I am almost certain.
Well, why don't you just say she's mentally ill? I don't understand the age part here.
I have tried my damnedest to explain to you why I think the age matters. If you still come out of Aiden, if you still come out of this thinking that the age doesn't matter, when I've explained why I think the age matters, I don't know what to tell you. The age to me, genuinely, wholeheartedly, does matter. This is a 16-year-old girl who is mentally ill, who is obsessed with a YouTuber, and the YouTuber is taking advantage of that for content.
So, okay, so we have 3 variables we've identified here for, like, the problems with this dynamic. She's mentally ill, there's a parasocial relationship,
I don't care about a power... I'm not making a power dynamic argument. You can't... No, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, retard! Holy fuck!
Then why bring it up?
There is no time in this fucking call have I made an argument about power dynamics. You're pulling that out of your ass. You're punching ghosts right now. I don't give a fuck about power dynamics. I'm saying that he's just taking advantage of a mentally ill girl.
Dude, you're doing like the fucking circular reasoning thing right now, dude. You like it matters that she's 16 because it matters.
Circular, you're fucking chasing your tail, dude. Every single time you've answered me or asked me a question, I fucking answered it. You're punching ghosts.
I don't like him as much as the next guy, but I think you're like jumping the gun on something that's really not that big of a deal.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, what the fuck are you talking? You're genuinely sweeping. You're genuinely sweeping.
Why would I sweep for him? I think I've burned like every connection I have with him over the last week. Did you see what I said about him in my last stream?
You're sweeping, dude.
2 streams ago, it was called Acheeto is a fucking loser. Why would I sweep for him?
You tell me. I don't know. I can't come up with that determination. I'm giving you sufficient evidence to suggest that Acheeto was going along with a mentally ill girl's fucking weird, fucked up fantasies about being obsessed with this guy, and you're just like, dude, like I don't see what this is a big deal. I don't see what this is a big deal.
But boy, so is it fair to say he saw a fangirl in his audience, wanted to get a shrine made for a video, and said, hey, will you make this for me? And then he said, wait, how old are you? And she said, I'm such and such age. He said, oh, okay, never mind.
No, okay, dude, he met her through Discord, and this girl's entire the whole reason why she was known is that she was mentally ill and like legitimately had schizophrenia.
Do you have proof?
I can get proof, yes, but you're going to have to believe me on this.
I'm not actually.
If you don't believe me, then there's no discussion to be had here.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to present me some evidence, obviously.
Okay, again, if you don't believe me, there's not gonna be like much of a discussion to be had here. You're gonna have to take me at my word at least for like fucking today or something.
I'm not gonna take your word for something as serious as this today. I'm going to need to see more evidence before I make a conclusion.
Okay, then I'm just gonna repeat myself. Then there's legitimately no discussion to be had right now.
The way you described this when you joined, I think any reasonable person would think there was some sort of predatory insinuation. I know that wasn't what you were going for, but when you're bringing up that she's 16 in this context and shit, like I genuinely thought you were about to present
how many? Oh my god! Fucking brick wall! Holy fuck!
No, I get
brick wall. How do you fucking have arms to sweep this hard when you're made of fucking bricks?
I get that.
Holy fuck!
I get that you've clarified now, but you do realize that your wording like gives off a totally different implication to everybody else, right?
Yeah, and your wording gives off that you're fucking defending Acheeto when he's done something legitimately fucking weird.
Because I said I need to see more evidence. Are you serious?
No, that's not why I think that.
So tell me why.
I think I've made my opinions here very clear. I don't know how you can come to that conclusion.
No, you haven't.
You've come to some drastic conclusions in this call, Aiden.
You've been begging the question with the 16-year-old thing. You're like, oh well, the 16-year-old thing is relevant because it's relevant. It's like there's no.
It's not, dude. It's not relevant because it's relevant. Are you trolling? Am I being trolled right now?
No. Anytime.
No. You can't be this fucking retarded. Genuinely. Okay, hold on. content aside, genuinely,
like a red
are you
flag.
trolling?
No.
Because I don't want to fucking waste my time.
No, dude, I'm trying to.
Because I have not done a single circular fucking reasoning in this entire
can
argument.
I ask
When
you-
you've asked me
Oh
a
my
fucking
God.
question, I've answered it. When you've asked me why
No,
is the
but
age
do you
relevant,
realize-
I've explained why I think the age is relevant. And then you just were like, okay, well, that like you're just insinuating pedophilia. That's not the case.
No,
I've made that
do you
abundantly clear. That's not the case. I
Yeah,
think the
I
age
just-
is relevant, and I've made that abundantly clear. I can repeat myself if you
So
need.
I don't know if you're not listening or something. I just said I know that you clarified after the fact. I'm saying your wording on this though gives off a certain implication to the average person that you should probably correct. Now, what I'm going to say following that up is that anytime you have answered when I've asked, hey, what is the relevance of the age? But when I was trying to say there are 3 variables here that have been brought up, you bring up both of the other 2 variables to prove that the variable of her age matters. The relevance of her age should stand. Like when I say, hey, why is it relevant that she's 16? It's like, why is it relevant that she's manipulating a parasocial, mentally ill 16-year-old? It's like, sure, the parasocial thing we could talk about, the mentally ill thing we could talk about, but what is the relevance of the 16 part? That is what you.
Okay, 16, underage. Underage people can't consent. Underage people are fucking retarded.
Okay.
Obviously. Why do I need to fucking explain this to you?
Consent? Underage people can't consent? I thought this wasn't a pedophilia argument. He's not hitting on her.
This isn't a pedophilia argument. Consent isn't just for sex, you
Consent to
fucking
what?
Coomer retard.
Wait, yes,
Holy
it
fuck.
is.
Okay.
Wait.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Do
You
think
fucking idiot.
Wait, do you think the age of consent matters just in general for every exchange somebody has? No, it has to do with sex.
Yes, a majority of the time, yes. Okay,
No, it
Aiden, I'm
doesn't.
gonna fucking put my baby gloves on. I'm gonna put my fucking baby hands on, right? And I'm gonna explain to you why
The
a
age of-
16-year-old cannot possibly comprehend the repercussions of being obsessed with a adult content creator to the extent that she is making cakes, as into the extent that she's making fucking shrines. I'm gonna try my best to explain this to you because I don't
You're
know.
such a spurg.
I cannot fathom how you could possibly not see this. And you're extremely intelligent. You're extremely like profound in the academics. I don't understand how you can't fucking fathom this, right? So minors, right? 16-year-olds, probably for the most part, you're gonna find your niche, whatever cases, right? For the most part, they cannot comprehend the repercussions of their actions, right, Aiden? So when I look at a case involving a 16-year-old who is diagnosed with fucking schizophrenia, who is openly obsessed with Acheeto, who is openly mentally ill and legitimately fucking crazy. And I look at a case like that, I'm like, oh, okay, what is Acheeto's response to this? His response is to get her to bake cakes. His response is to get her to make shrines. His response is to farm this parasociality from a 16-year-old mentally ill fan who is obsessed with this, right?
Like
this is insane. Her age obviously fucking matters.
So before you keep gish galloping, okay, before you keep gish galloping, what you just said was a 16-year-old cannot comprehend the repercussions of her actions. So is that a general statement? Does that apply to every decision a 16-year-old makes?
1000%, yes. For the most part. Again, you're gonna find your niche situations, but for the most part, yes.
So should we not ask 16-year-olds to do anything?
As it stands, yes. Whenever a 16-year-old does something, their parents need to usually sign off on it.
So like
that's how the world works, at least in the West right now. Or at least in the USA, maybe.
So like when I'm 16 and I get like a homework assignment or whatever, does my teacher need to like contact my parent every time they give it to me?
No,
like,
but I'm pretty sure the parents need to consent to the child going to that specific school.
Okay, I agree, but your whole argument here right now when you're bringing up like consent and shit, right? Consent in this context, when you're talking about age gaps and shit, it's like the age of consent, we're talking about sex, right? You're saying that applies to all decisions 16-year-old
You're the one
makes.
who's bringing up sex. I never brought up sex. I never brought up pedophilia. I never brought up predation, right? Whenever, to be clear in this entire discussion, whenever anything about sex or fucking pedophilia or anything has been brought up, it's been by you.
So there are plenty of things that 16-year-olds can consent to, okay? There are plenty of things that 16-year-olds can consent to.
Name one.
Name one thing a 16-year-old can consent to. A 16-year-old can consent to, in some states, can't they consent to getting a tattoo?
I'm pretty sure no. I think it's 18.
Okay, so
maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not fulfilled on U.S. tattoo law.
I think I'm wrong on that one. Not a tattoo. So you don't think there's anything a 16-year-old can consent to?
I think the fact that we have like the age of consent, right, proves that they don't.
When you say age of consent, that is specifically talking about sex. So you can't go and accuse me of making it sexual and bring up pedophilia when you keep having to refer to the fucking age of consent. Under your logic, 16-year-olds
why can't a 16-year-old hold on? Why can't a 16-year-old join the military? Why can't a 16-year-old drink alcohol? Why can't a 16-year-old smoke weed?
Because with every decision you make, there is a certain risk being taken. The risks of joining the military. the risks of having sex, the risks of all
So
of these
what do
things.
you think the risks are of forming an insanely unhealthy parasocial relationship to the point where you're baking cakes and making shrines?
Not nearly as substantial. Not nearly as substantial. As
No, no,
that.
no. I'm asking you what the risks are. I'm not asking you to compare them to anything. What are the risks of that?
You make yourself look like a dumbass on somebody's video.
You don't think that the parasocial relationship that you're forming and the obsessiveness that you're forming with this person has any effect on like any unhealthy effect at all?
You have to argue for that. I don't understand. Like, what do you think like the unhealthy effect here is gonna be?
Dude, you're not answering like any question I've given you. Okay, in this discussion, I have literally answered every single thing you've given me. And whenever I ask you a question, you try to fucking weasel your way out of it.
I'm not. Your question here, you're asking me.
No, okay, I'm asking you, do you think there is any unhealthy thing, anything unhealthy that can come from that?
Yeah, that she could be laughed at and feel distress. Sure.
You think that is it?
I'm sure there's other things. I'm sure there's like many different scenarios that could occur as a result of that. Just like with any decision anyone makes ever, there's like plenty of possibilities as to what can happen.
Okay, do you genuinely think that this is a nothing burger? That Acheeto taking advantage of a very obviously mentally ill, diagnosed schizophrenic, that is genuinely just a nothing burger
Yeah,
to you?
I think you're begging the question. You haven't provided any proof that there was someone was
I
taken
have provided
advantage of.
I have provided
There's
an
no proof
insane
someone
amount of
was
proof.
taken
I don't know.
advantage of. There's no proof. What do you think taking advantage of means?
What do you think taking advantage of means?
I asked the question first. Now answer it and stop weaseling.
It's self-explanatory. You're taking advantage. What do you mean?
What is that? What do you think that means?
So like if you have an advantage over someone, you're taking that, right?
So
this Acheeto person, right? This mentally ill, schizophrenic, diagnosed 16-year-old is obviously not right in the head. So if you go to this person who is obsessed with you and you're like, hey, make a shrine for me, that is obviously taking advantage of them.
I think it's weird to ask someone to make a shrine of you in general when we're bringing up the relevance of
But
the
don't
age
you
and
think
using
don't you
terms
think
like
it gets worse? Don't you think it gets worse when this person is like obsessed with you and is legitimately like mentally ill, provably so?
when you say provably so, it's your burden to prove that he had knowledge that she was so mentally ill that she couldn't consent to a decision like making a shrine.
I have a mild form of schizophrenia.
Why-
She is diagnosed and she has talked about it publicly in a server, in Cheeto's DMs, like all this shit, dude.
Are you talking to this girl one-on-one right now?
Not yet. I'm still doing research on the
You
topic.
said you were in contact with her, didn't you?
I have contact with her, but I'm not talking to her actively.
Okay, when you say you're in contact with her, what does that mean? Have you spoken to her?
Not yet. Again, I don't want to talk to a fucking mentally ill 17-year-old until I have all my fucking
So what do you mean?
I's dotted and T's crossed.
So what do you mean when you say you have contact with her? I don't understand what that means.
If I wanted to DM this person, I could fucking type on my keyboard and hit send.
Well, I could do that too. I mean, we all could do that.
Then go
I
ahead.
think
Fucking
that-
get your own.
I think-
What the fuck
I
you
think-
want?
I think the implication here was that you've spoken to this person.
Again, not yet. I'm not fucking fiending to talk to mentally ill 17-year-olds who are obsessed with Acheeto.
Wait, the other girl wants in the call.
Okay. Does she want a one-on-one
Yeah,
one-on-one
I
with
don't
you, or
know.
does she want a group chat?
Hold on, what were you saying? Hold on. 1 minute, Mrow. What were you saying?
Oh, I just wanted to say that, like, Joanna, the person, she's my friend, and, like, I've been texting her this time. She hasn't responding to me, so I don't know. She's probably just not online right now.
So you're friends with her, correct?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if this...
So you're 17. You're 17. Not. I mean, you're about to be an adult. You could probably make a reasonable assessment of this. In your opinion, do you think Acheeto took advantage of her?
No.
Do you, Joanna? How mentally ill is she? Does she like hallucinate with you and stuff?
Does she hallucinate with me?
Actually, don't say that. I don't want to fuck this girl's privacy over. What I want to say is, in your opinion, is she so mentally ill that she can't consent to something like that?
No, dude. Okay, like, I want you to, like, look at the average, like, One Direction stands bedroom from 2014.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
this is just, like, regular teen girl behavior.
Exactly.
I feel
It sounds like she's a fangirl. It sounds like she's a fangirl, right? Because some of these like BTS stans and shit I see on Twitter, they would appear crazy to me too. Like the amount they obsess over fucking I don't know this guy's name, the one Korean guy. But like this sounds to me like this is just a fangirl. And if it's just a fangirl that's 16, I don't think there's anything predatory. Sure, weird. I think it's weird to ask anyone to make a shrine of you, regardless of their age. But the argument here is
You're
that,
the only person that has ever brought up predatory, dude. Holy fuck.
When you bring up things like the age of consent, there is clearly something being implied, and I'm sorry, you are a fucking moron if you don't see that.
No, Aiden, you fucking stupid piece of shit. This entire fucking call, you've literally just been sweeping for fucking Acheeto. You can't comprehend in any reality how this could be a fucking weird thing. You're like, oh no, like this isn't weird. This is pretty, like this is nothing. Blah, blah, blah.
Wait,
You're not engaging with anything that I'm saying. I've engaged with literally everything you fucking given me. You're legitimately just sweeping for this guy who's a fucking freak. There's multiple cases of him being a fucking freak, and you're just sweeping for him, dude.
So you want me to?
You're insane. You're the biggest sweeper fucking ever.
So you want me to ask you something? I'm gonna ask you. When you say I don't think it's weird, I just said it was weird like fucking 10 seconds ago. If anybody wants to,
it's a nothing burger. You keep saying. You keep saying it's a nothing burger.
Because it isn't. Because it is a nothing burger. There's not the way you worded it. You worded it in the most bad faith light possible, taking advantage of a mentally ill girl. Here's her friend.
That is me being. How is that bad faith?
This girl who admitted, because you're wording.
Okay, no, hold on, Aiden. Let me be good faith. Okay, Acheeto met this like insanely mentally ill girl in Discord. Like he couldn't have possibly known, even though she's publicly mentally ill, right? This is insanely good faith, right? And he found her on Instagram. He followed her on Instagram. He starts DMing this girl, right? This is completely good faith, and like he just wanted her to make a shrine. He couldn't have possibly known like the constant posts on all of her fucking social media about how she's mentally ill, the fact that she's actually diagnosed with fucking schizophrenia, right?
You're gish galloping.
Like he couldn't have possibly known, so we just asked her to make a fucking shrine out of nowhere, and it's like it's not even that bad. It's like it's okay to do that.
That word. I hate.
Is that good faith? Is that fucking good faith?
Dude, if there's like a dictionary
you're gay
of gish galloping, it's literally this. What he just did. Dude, you're like presenting like 18 points at once, like regardless of their merit, and like it's impossible.
No, I'm just being good faith, dude. Like it's not weird at all.
No, you're not.
It's not weird.
No, you're not. This argument makes you're like presenting so many things at once that we like instead of addressing one.
I'm going through the motions, dude. I don't know. I'm being good faith.
Okay, this is okay. You're like so mad right now. You think it's sweeping that I'm trying to be.
I think you're fucking insane for having the position you do.
You have like yet to actually make a good argument for that. This girl,
I am pretty sure I have sufficiently. I am pretty sure I've sufficiently. Okay, squirrel, fuck you. I'm pretty sure I have sufficiently fucking put forward my position. You're just a fucking inept piece of shit that can't fucking comprehend it. Okay.
Can I finish a thought? Can I finish a thought? This girl.
If you can fucking manage it, dude. Go ahead.
Oh my god, you're so mad, dude. This girl who admittedly who you led us to believe at the beginning you were in contact with. Now it's just that you have a line of contact to her. I don't know if that was intentional or not. But I'm gonna be good faith and assume it wasn't intentional, right? Her friend who is in contact with her has just come in here, and her friend is saying, yeah, she can very reasonably like consent to a basic decision like this. Her mental, like, do you think her mental illness plays a, because for example, if I have depression, I'm mentally ill, right? Do you think this girl's mental illness, I'm asking Addie or whatever, do you think this girl's mental illness is so severe that she couldn't reasonably consent to something like this? Would it impair her ability to consent to something like this?
No, it's just like stupid, like random fangirl activities.
Yeah, you talked to her, you're in contact with her.
So Aiden, you're believing another 17-year-old. Like, what are you doing? What is this?
Dude, you're acting like I'm talking to
You're asking a 17-year-old, like, okay, do you think this mentally ill 17-year-old can do this thing? Obviously, she's gonna say fucking yes. What are you doing?
You realize she's less than 2 years younger than me, right? Like, you're acting like I'm talking to a baby.
No, I'm just, what are you fucking doing? You're like going to the crowd and you're like, okay, well, like, you're also a 17-year-old girl. Do you think she can do this? It's like, dude.
I'm assessing whether or not this girl's mental illness was to an extent where it could reasonably impede her ability to consent to this, right? And who better to ask than her friend?
Yeah, no, she's not like retarded.
She's definitely retarded.
You just said you haven't spoken to her.
Do you have to speak to someone to make the determination if they're mentally ill or retarded?
So what are you basing this off of?
Everything that I've seen. What?
What have you
seen? What do you mean? What?
What have you seen?
Fucking testimonies, DMs, leaked DMs, fucking Discord conversations.
Didn't you just ask her to make a schizo shrine for a funny video bit? Yes, Alex, but Mrow is claiming he's taking advantage of her.
No, there is significant. No, hold on. There is significantly more than that. Aiden, to be clear, Aiden is legitimately fucking sweeping for this guy. Legitimately sweeping for Acheeto.
I'm going
unironic sweeping. This is legitimate fucking sweeping.
What else is there? I'm going off what you just showed me. If there's something else, present it.
Dude, what do you mean? I've said so fucking much. This is like.
What did he do? Tell us what he did.
What the fuck?
Tell us what else he did besides the shrine thing.
How much is Acheeto paying you?
Tell us what else he did besides the shrine thing.
What do you think I've said in this call? Because I've said way more than just the shrine thing.
You said he asked her to bake a cake and make a shrine. That's all you said.
Right, and you're only talking about the shrine shit.
Yeah, wait, you're saying there's way more than that. Like, there's like some like big new information. Can you give it to us, please?
You're only talking about the shrine thing, though. Wait, why? That's the issue. You're taking. No. Hold on. Fucking retard. You're taking everything throughout this entire conversation that I've said, and you're only taking fucking one thing. You're like, you've only said this one thing. You're ignoring everything else I could have possibly fucking said.
I'm okay with a shrine, guys, but cake baking is where I draw the line.
If you're okay with a shrine, then you have an inherent bias and you can't fucking talk about this shit.
I'm fucking mocking you, dude. What would the cake baking add that the shrine
you obviously have a fucking thing for shrines if you think this is an okay thing to do.
Wait, what would the cake baking add that the shrine couldn't?
Legitimately, I'm telling you, man to man, this is legitimately sweeping. This is like an insane position to have.
You can keep saying that. Can you present us with the other information?
I have presented it already, brother.
So we have cake baking and shrine making.
Among the other things I've said in this call. I like Aiden. I like this entire call. The only thing you can think of is like, oh, you only talk about the shrine thing. Let's don't talk about anything else.
Wait. So what I just said when I was reiterating your argument and tell me what I'm gonna give your argument to you, and you're gonna tell me exactly.
Okay,
what
so
I'm leaving out.
So when I give you something, you're gonna be like, okay, it's just one thing. This is the second thing, and then it's the third thing. Okay, what's the fourth thing? You're just gonna keep going.
So here's what I'm gonna do. His strategy is to talk over the other person to like seem like he's winning. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is your argument, and tell me what I've left out. Your argument here is that this girl is, and this is almost verbatim what you fucking said. This girl, she is 16, she is mentally ill, she has a parasocial relationship with her, and he went into her DMs asking her to make a shrine for his video and bake a cake. Because of these 3 variables that I've identified, he is taking advantage of her by asking her to do these 2 things. Is that, what else did I leave out?
Wait, can we pause for a second?
I'm not
Can I ask why I was added real quick?
I don't know. I'm removing you.
You're my mentally ill 16-year-old girl, motherfucker.
Wait, answer my question.
Fuck you. You can add your mentally ill 16-year-old. I can add mine. Fuck off.
Stop trying to stop.
I just say I don't.
Hold on.
She made the shrine because
wait, Addie, hold on. Can you answer the question? What did I leave out, Mrow? What did I leave out?
No, that's pretty much it. And if you defend that, I think you're free.
Wait, but you just said I left some new information out. That's the information, the thing that I've just said 5 times.
No, there's way more. But yeah,
wait,
if you take what I said to you, Aiden, if you take what I said to you, Aiden,
no, shut up,
Aiden, hold on. I let you talk. 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 Come on. Come on. I let you talk. 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 I let you.
So he just said that's pretty much it, and now he's saying there's more that he didn't bring in. So which one is it?
Everything that I've given you, and you even repeat it to me, and you're like, oh, no, this is fine. Like, I have no issue with this. Like, if you genuinely hold that position, you're insane.
Wait, we're not arguing for the position right now. We're arguing for what I left out, which is what you just said I did, and I've just given you your argument
I am telling you, and you're telling me if you take everything that I've said to you, I'm telling you, if you take everything that I've said to you, and you genuinely think there's nothing wrong with it, you're insane. Dude, and I don't think you hold a good position, and you're like legitimately sweeping.
Dude, I just explained to you almost verbatim what your position was after you implied that I left something out, and then I said, okay, well, what did I leave out?
You're not even addressing anything that I'm saying, dude. You're not even addressing anything that I'm saying.
Let me talk. I let you talk. Let me talk. Dude, I literally said that to you, and now you're saying to me, no, what I'm addressing right now is you accusing me of leaving something out.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat my question because you're not addressing like literally anything that I'm saying, right? So you have the ability to repeat everything that I've said, right? You have the ability to come back to me and say everything that Acheeto did, right? And then you also hold the position that somehow nothing weird, nothing bad happened. Like this is just a normal thing. It's a nothing burger, and nobody should talk about this, right? Like that is. Do you not see how that's not insane?
You're jumping point to point to point. What we're talking about right now is what I left out. So tell me, what did I leave out?
You're not even addressing anything I'm saying.
We'll address that in 1 second. We're addressing what you just said. So what did I leave out?
Dude.
What did I leave out? What did I leave out?
Dude.
You accused me of leaving something out. What did I leave out?
This is gonna be a rough one.
Wait, what did I leave out? You can't just do this performative stuff and not answer the question. You accused me of leaving something out.
This is rough.
What did I leave out?
Let me know when you're ready to address what I said.
I will. Just tell me what I left out. Oh my god, dude. This is are you trolling? I have to know. Are you trolling right now?
Listen.
You accuse me of leaving something out.
You're able to give me everything that I said, Aiden. You're able to give me everything that I said, right? Everything that I said. All back to me, and you're not even able to make the concession that like, oh, this thing might be bad. This thing might be like this thing might be bad. This thing might be bad. What Acheeto did, right? He might have taken advantage of a schizophrenic 16-year-old girl, right? He just might have, right? He just might have. You can't even make that simple concession. You have to walk around it. You have to walk around it and create like you have to invent points from inside of your head. You have to invent positions that you don't even support. You're insane. Address what I'm saying. How are you able to take everything that that I've said and not think that it's even like a little bit weird.
You can't accuse me of leaving stuff out and then all of a sudden
You're
decide,
insane.
and then all
you're
of a sudden
insane.
decide, and then all of a sudden decide when
you're
I
insane.
respond that you're going to jump to the next point.
You're insane.
That's not how an argument works.
You're insane.
That's not how a
You're
discussion
insane.
works. You just can't answer the question.
I'm having a discussion with you. I'm just waiting for you to address what I said. I'm just waiting for you to address what I said.
You decided to make an accusation against me, and then when I was, oh, he left. Okay, cool. He's. Guys, I'll be waiting for him to tell me what I left out.
Okay, sorry.
I'm sure we'll get an answer in like 2 weeks. What did I leave out?
Sorry.
I'll answer your question after you tell me what I left out.
What did you leave out?
Yeah,
what do you think you left out?
You accused me of it, dipshit.
I know I did. What do you think you left out?
I'm asking you what I left out.
What do you think you left out?
Oh my, you're trolling. I know you're not good at this, dude. I know you're fucking trolling.
I'm not trolling. What do you mean? I'm asking you a genuine question. Do you think you left anything out that I could possibly have like grabbed or latched onto?
I just repeated you back to verbatim your argument, and you said I didn't leave anything out after saying I left something out. So what did I leave out? What do you think you left out? You made the accusation. Tell me what what did I leave out?
I will gladly tell you. I'm just curious. Do you think you left anything out?
No, I don't. So what did I leave out?
You wholeheartedly think you didn't leave anything out.
I don't. So now you tell me, what did I leave out?
Genuinely, you cannot fathom anything that you might have left out.
I can't. So can you tell me, what did I leave out? You're trolling.
Aiden, you understand how bad this makes you look, right?
Dude, you're
I'm not
delusional.
trolling, dude. I'm like trying to have
Dude,
a like
you're
at this
what did I
dude
leave
at this
out?
point this is more of a fireside chat than anything. This is insane.
Dude, are you like the fucking Riddler? Like
This
I need
is
to, it's like a
insane,
Riddler
dude.
to decipher what I left. This has to be a joke. What did I leave
This is
out?
insane.
Tell me what I left.
This is insane.
Tell me what I left out.
Tell you what you left out?
Yes.
You left out the cake thing.
When I repeated your argument back to you verbatim, I brought up the cake thing, but that was 10 minutes ago of me trying to re-ask you, what did I leave out? I literally said to you verbatim, you brought up this guy
I'm not talking about you repeating yourself. I'm talking originally.
No, but then when I clarified, I said, what else was there besides a cake? You said there's a whole lot more. So I said, what else did I leave out? So you can't now revert back to the cake.
No, you didn't say that. It was
Yes,
just the cake thing. It was just the cake thing.
Wait, you realize we're on a fucking VOD right now. Okay, we're on a VOD. Anyone can rewind the stream. Anyone.
I'm confident.
Okay, cool. I literally said to you, what else besides...
So are you going to address what I've been saying now, or are you just going to ignore it and walk past it? Because it seems like what you're doing is, hold on, Aiden, to be clear, it seems like what you're doing is, it seems like you're bringing forward all of these like retarded questions, these retarded positions, so that way you don't actually have to address anything.
No.
And you can continue to sweep for this, like, quite frankly, abhorrent behavior.
This is a troll, right? I'm being trolled, guys, right?
Are you going to address what I've said?
I'll address what you said, but before we move on, I just want to make sure you're not trolling. So I just want you to know, you have the chance to come clean to me that you're trolling right now. Let me finish.
I'm coming forward to you in good faith, 100%. And 100% good faith. 100% good faith. I understand. 100% good faith. Good faith.
Okay, so I'm gonna engage with you. If I find out later that this was a troll, because this relates to like very serious allegations against somebody, you will be blocked and I will never speak to you again. So you're telling me now you're not trolling? Are you sure you want to go with that?
You're threatening to block me over a Discord debate if I was trolling?
Well, you're making okay, I'm not going to engage in debating serious allegations against somebody that you're making right now if you're later going to come here and tell me this is a troll. So I'm going to engage with everything you say, but I want you to let me know right now if you're trolling. This is what you're going to go with? You're not trolling?
Okay, how about this? Can we find a middle ground?
Are you trolling or not?
How about, I mean, like, I haven't been 100% serious, but I believe what I'm saying to be true.
Okay, so you're doing...
So how about this? How about it's like half trolling, to be clear. Let's restart. I'll put forward my argument, and then we can have like a genuine discussion about it.
So you're trolling.
I don't think it was full trolling.
Wait, so you realize you're doing what Jalen did, right? The thing that Chud, like the thing you accused.
No, I genuinely believe the position that I have.
Sure, no, I'm sure Jalen genuinely believed her position too. But you said to Jalen,
I don't think she did.
You called it Schrodinger's retard, where you make serious points and then pretend like you're trolling when it comes time to actually address.
I'm making serious points, and I believe what I'm saying to be true.
Okay, but you just admitted you're now partially trolling. So are you not doing what you just accused Jalen of?
A quarter trolling.
A quarter trolling. So you're doing.
Sure, whatever. So I don't give a shit.
So what have you said?
Can we restart? Hold on. Sure. I don't care. Can we restart? I can give forward my argument and then we can talk about it, because I feel like we've gotten lost in the mud a little bit. We can just go from square one.
What have you?
Because I feel like at this point that would be way more helpful to just restart and get the raw fucking arguments back. Would that be helpful a little bit?
It would have been helpful if we. What here have you said tonight that you didn't actually believe?
When I said like there was a massive amount of information that you left out, probably was not true.
So,
I think you left out like one thing.
So can I? Okay, so I think that you said that you got cornered on it. You knew it wasn't true, and you're now claiming you were trolling to get out of that. That's honestly what I think. But I'll be good.
No, you literally just left out the cake thing.
Okay.
That is the only thing I think you left out.
So how come when I then brought up what else besides the cake thing, you said that there's more?
I don't know. I just thought it'd be funny.
Oh, okay. So you're doing what Jalen
dude, I'm telling you, like, can we just restart with the raw arguments? Okay.
So you're doing what Jalen did. What you just came at Jalen.
Okay, sure. I don't care. Sure. Can we restart with the raw arguments?
We can restart. I'll give you a redo on this debate. I don't normally do this for people, but you're a very special case, so I'll give you a do-over.
Okay. So just the raw arguments. I'm gonna come to you with my opinion. Okay. So I think based on what I am able to see, it genuinely seems like this girl was taken advantage of, not in a sexual way, not in a insanely malicious way, just taken advantage of in a way for like content or whatever, right? Or like a shrine video that Acheeto was doing or something like that.
Yeah, so exactly
nothing
what we
malicious.
Talked about at first.
Yes, again, I'm just coming forward to you with my raw arguments, okay? So nothing insanely malicious, nothing insanely bad. This is literally just weird and something I don't think Acheeto should have done. Is that something you disagree with?
That it's something he shouldn't have done? I think it's,
like I think this is like
so when we say things
so
when we say
sure.
So when we say things like shouldn't have done, the implication for me here is that there's like a moral bad coming out of this, and it hasn't been demonstrated to me yet that there is a moral bad coming from this. Is it something I would have personally done? No, because I find it like strange to DM anybody asking them for a shrine. I think you like make yourself look stupid. But when you say shouldn't have done, I kind of reject the framing of that question because it implies that I think he did something morally wrong, which I feel like you have to argue for, which you have not effectively done throughout the course of this conversation.
Okay, the rest of this conversation doesn't exist. We're restarting. Okay, ground zero.
So you've already muddied the waters, and now we're just gonna pretend.
How have I muddied the waters?
Happened.
What do you mean?
So you've already like given your arguments beforehand, and now because like you apparently trolled at some points, which I don't even think happened, we're now gonna like go through this all again and pretend like that whole discussion just never happened.
I mean, you can pretend that it happened. I want to try to explain to you my position because I feel like you don't understand me. Okay, I want to try to come to you with my position because even if we don't agree, I feel like some good would be had if you are able to at the very least understand where I'm coming from. Okay, so why I think this is probably a moral bad, and I'm not like fucking anchored in on this or some shit. Right? Like I could probably be convinced out of it. I'm not like super hard on this. Why I think this is a moral bad is, again, to preference, anything I'm saying has nothing to do with pedophilia, grooming, predation, whatever. Why I think this is a moral bad is this girl, from what I understand and from what I've heard from multiple different people who are in contact with her and who have experienced like conversation with her, who whatever, right? I have been told that this girl is like genuinely mentally ill. She like actually has fucking schizophrenia. She's actually insane. Whatever.
Her friend just, her friend just came in here and said that's not the case.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't believe her.
Why would she lie?
To protect her friend, to make her friend look better.
If she's her friend and she thinks her friend was taken advantage of, wouldn't she have like more incentive to like say she was taken advantage of?
I don't think she thinks her friend was taken advantage of, though. I think she's trying to make her friend look better.
And this is a girl you've admittedly never been in contact with, so you're gonna have to provide something you've read that would like give you an accurate assessment of her personality. So what have you read? What evidence do you have that she was so mentally ill that she couldn't consent to baking a cake and making a fan art shrine?
Sure. I'm gonna restart what I said.
Why
so the reason, because you interrupted me halfway through. So you asked me to explain why this was a moral bad, right?
We're having, that's like the overarching discussion. We're going
right
point by point now.
So I think this is a moral bad because this girl, from everything that I've read, extremely mentally ill, actually insane, whatever, everything that I've seen, all the evidence that I've been given from people who either one knew her or people who two were like friend of a friend or involved in the Acheeto Discord server, stuff like that. So I think this is bad because I don't think someone who is like fangirling, right? I don't like the assumption that being a fangirl to this extent is like okay, and it's very obvious that if you're a fangirl to this extent, your mind would be not privy to like saying no, right? Like if someone came to you,
that's a non sequitur. You're going like you've just made that point and you've reached a conclusion that you have just not demonstrated whatsoever. Being a fangirl is not like demonstration that you can't consent. right? Like, I don't think that that's...
Okay, if you're a fangirl of someone, if someone asks you to do something and you're an insane fan of them, do you think you're not more likely to say yes to them?
More likely, sure, but do you have the ability to assess it and say yes or no?
Say yes or no to what? Sorry. What do you mean?
The request, like, is she of sound mind to be able to...
I think this is stacking. I think this is stacking. So, like, one, she's genuinely fucking schizophrenic and insane, right? And then two,
but you
on
haven't
top
proved
of that...
yet. You haven't proved that she's insane. There's a difference...
Okay, just...
Do you understand there's a fundamental difference between having a diagnosed mental illness and being insane?
She is diagnosed with schizophrenia.
She's diagnosed with schizophrenia. The question: do you think schizophrenic people like ever get married?
Probably.
Or like make big decisions, like
sure.
have sex? When schizophrenic people are medicated, their symptoms can subside to a point where they can reasonably consent to everyday things, basic things, even make big decisions.
Okay,
so
can I make like a hypothetical then for you to follow?
No, the question.
So we fucking get through this.
The question is, was she going through an episode so significant she could not consent to him the moment he was asking her? And did he know she was schizophrenic?
Okay, I'm gonna do this in the form of a hypothetical so we fucking get somewhere, okay?
Can you answer my question?
Hypothetically, what was your question?
I just asked it.
I think yes. I think she probably was not at sound mind to say yes to something like this or to do something like this. I think he was taking advantage of her.
Can you prove that he knew she was schizophrenic, and can you demonstrate she was so mentally incapacitated at the time by her schizophrenia that she couldn't reasonably consent to a request like this?
I have seen evidence to suggest that. I don't know if I can fucking gather it all within like a 5-minute time frame.
You don't have to. I can give you until whenever you can gather it, but you're asking me to assume that the answer to this is yes without providing me with said evidence. I think you should have come here a little more prepared.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a hypothetical. So again, we can fucking get somewhere, right?
Sure, I don't know what
let's say hypothetically, what?
Sure, I don't know what that's gonna prove here though.
Okay, let's say hypothetically there is a mentally ill fucking 16-year-old girl, right? She's extremely mentally ill, actually insane, schizophrenic, right? Sure, maybe being a little hyperbolic, but she is genuinely like diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses, right? And then this girl who is also a fan of like a YouTuber. She's an insane fan. She like makes shrines, bake cakes, whatever. Do you think that she would not be more likely to say yes to something that YouTuber would like say to her? Like if that YouTuber made a request of her, she wouldn't be more likely to say yes to that thing.
Yes, but you're more likely to say yes or no to anything for a various number of factors. The question here that you're not providing us enough information with is she actively going through a schizophrenic episode at the time of this?
Dude.
Do you think people with schizophrenia can't live like normal lives when they're medicated or like
that's not at all what I'm saying.
But you're bringing that up as a point as if it incapacitated her decision making.
Kate, hold on. Kate, I say she's mentally ill. You're like, okay, what is she diagnosed with? I say schizophrenic, and they're like, okay, well that doesn't matter. Like, what are you doing?
What you just brought up in your hypothetical that this girl is schizophrenic, mentally ill, and she's asked me, is she more likely to say yes? And I said, sure, of course she's more likely to say yes to requests like this. But I don't know, but there's not enough there for me to say that she's more likely to say yes because of the schizophrenia. Is she actively going through a schizophrenic episode at the time?
Insane, mentally ill.
You're using the two interchangeably. The two are not interchangeable. I have depression. Many people would.
Okay. Insanity. On top of that, on top of insanity, mentally ill. On top of fucking mentally ill, schizophrenic. Like all of these combined.
You have to prove insanity.
Okay. In this hypothetical, I fucking proved it. Holy shit! Can we fucking get somewhere with this conversation?
If she is actually fucking insane at that point in time, and the person asking her is aware of it to do this thing for her, then sure, you could say he might be taking advantage of her. Sure, he's taking advantage of her. Now the question
we don't disagree.
Now the question is, can you demonstrate that she's insane? Can you demonstrate that she didn't have knowledge of what she was doing?
I don't know how many times I have to say yes, but yes, dude.
Okay, then when you demonstrate that, I will make my conclusion. And if you cannot provide that evidence to me now, then I can't make a conclusion because you have not given me enough information I would need to make that conclusion. Does that make sense?
Okay, so in this insane fucking hypothetical that I have to make up to fucking get anywhere with this conversation, let's say I gave you that evidence, then would you fucking agree with me?
If you gave me evidence that reasonably demonstrated that she was insane, then sure, I'd probably agree with you.
Okay, and the reason you don't agree with me is because the evidence I've given you so far isn't enough.
You've provided me with evidence that she sees a therapist. Seeing a therapist does not mean you are insane. If you think a 16-year-old seeing a therapist makes them insane, then there are a lot of fucking
I don't think I fucking said that.
The screenshot you provided two pictures. You provided pictures of the DMs, and then you provided.
I provided way more pictures. What are you talking about? What?
So people can rewind the VOD. You showed us two pictures. There's one where.
Did you just stop showing? Did you stop looking at my screen?
When else were you screen sharing? I had it up.
The entire time.
What? No, you did not. You were not screen sharing anything else. I closed it out when you stopped screen sharing. Okay, what else did you show besides those two? What else did you show? We're not doing this again. What else did you show?
I can literally. Kate, shut the fuck up. Oh my god, give me fucking 2 minutes, 2 seconds,
he's doing
maybe.
It again. He's doing it again. Can't answer a basic question.
I'm answering it. Give me a fucking second, dude.
Okay, cool.
Because this is gonna be way more effective than me fucking
We're restarting.
Me fucking just recounting everything.
Sure, we're restarting for the
There,
fourth time.
look in DMs or look in group chat or whatever.
You showed this to us originally. I pulled this up on stream. So I was wrong. You actually showed us 3 pictures. What this guy's just pulled up is, let me pull it up for you guys, is this image right here. So I was wrong. You actually showed us 3, not 2. My bad. Do you guys think
I think I showed all of them.
Do you guys think if I start taking my medication again, my obsession with the Cheeto will fade out? Cheeto, do you want that to happen? This clearly looks like a joke or like a girl being edgy. Like there are girls that make jokes about like being like fucking psych ward regulars all the time on Twitter. This seems like an edgy 16-year-old fangirl. There's like literally nothing here that would indicate that she's insane.
You're going so good faith. You're like going best faith ever. Like why?
Because this is not enough to establish that somebody is insane. Do you think there's actually medication she takes do you think there's stop obsessing with the Cheeto medication out there? Because I've never heard of this. This is obviously a fucking troll. Or not a troll. This is she's obviously either exaggerating or joking. There's no stop hating a Cheeto medication that exists.
Okay, I'm telling you, Aiden. I'm telling you, her entire personality being online is that she is like legitimately fucking mentally ill. I am telling you that wholeheartedly. I'm not gonna fucking go to her. I don't know how to prove this to you. I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
that will make you understand this.
You haven't
but there is
that.
no hold on. There is not a world in which fucking Acheeto didn't know.
It looks like she's just being a fucking edgelord 16.
You can't prove that.
Wait. Okay.
Hold on. So her entire personality online is being like a fucking mentally ill schizo fucking 16-year-old.
So here's what I can do. So here's what I can do, right? Here's what I can do. I can look at the screenshot in front of me. I know, logically, that there are no medications out there that get someone to stop obsessing with a Cheeto. So the logical assumption would be this is like a joke or like edgy like ass tweet. This is obviously like not a real tweet about like this is very clearly like not an actual position.
Do you know what antipsychotics are?
I know what antipsychotics are, yes.
What do you think what do you think an antipsychotic would do?
So it depends on the type of antipsychotic. I know that there are some like fucking what is it? Abilify that can be used to curb temper, to stop like immediate hallucinations. There are medications that like for schizophrenic, they can stop positive symptoms like hallucinations. They can't stop negative symptoms like lack of affect or anything. There's different kinds. So it depends on the antipsychotic you're talking about.
Sure. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be a joke, but I just don't think I don't think you can make that determination, right? This entire girl, her fucking presence online is that she is like genuinely fucking mentally ill, insane, whatever, right?
Do you not understand why there would need to be something more here before I could make the assessment that Acheeto took advantage of somebody? Do you genuinely not understand why I would like need something else besides this, where there's like so much room for interpretation? Do you not like understand that?
No, I do. I'm just like I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Oh, okay, cool.
It genuinely seems like you just we just have a disagreement maybe.
What I'm telling you here is that there is simply not enough for me to conclude that he has taken advantage of somebody. If you can present me with something else, which you've said you might have on hand and you'd have to have a few days to gather, then please be my guest. But right now, I don't think there's enough for me here, and quite frankly, most people, to be able to conclude that a mentally ill or a insane person was taken advantage of.
So hypothetically, if everything I've given you is true, then you would agree with me.
What do you mean everything you've given me?
Or everything I said to you, not given you.
If this girl is insane, and how I define insane is like not having like a basic ability to comprehend right and wrong, hence impeding your decision making. Sure, if she is genuinely insane, then you could say he took advantage of her. But if you have zero evidence of that besides a tweet that can be like interpreted as like edgy or semi-ironic, then I don't know what to tell you. I can't make the conclusion that he took advantage of her. And you can say I'm sweeping for him. I don't like the guy. I literally made a whole stream this week, like just doing nothing but shitting on him. Okay, so of course, if there was something out there that was like bad about him, of course I'd cover it. But I'm telling you here right now that you're being a little reckless with these allegations because you just simply don't have enough.
I don't believe I am. I don't believe I am. I'm telling you, genuinely, this is what I believe.
I know it's what you believe.
That this girl, I don't think this girl was at sound mind, right? I don't think anybody with a sound mind who is like diagnosed with multiple mental illnesses, like, and who is also like insanely like parasocial with Acheeto, I don't think anybody like doing that is sound mind, right? I don't think this girl was at a sound mind.
So when you say parasocial, what you mean is a fucking fangirl, because everything you've demonstrated to me here does not extend the realm of somebody being a fangirl. Okay, like everything you've presented here,
that doesn't change anything.
Yes, it does, because you're wording it like really, you're wording it like you're wording it in a very like you word things in a certain way to like make it hit differently than like just saying it as it is. And how it is this girl is a fangirl of Acheeto who you're alleging has mental illness that impedes her ability to such an extent that she's insane and reasonably could not consent to requests like this. The two requests being baking a cake and building a shrine. I am telling you that there is not enough here to conclude that. That is the entire discussion.
Yeah, I just disagree.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, fucking don't tire yourself out with sweeping, I guess.
Oh shit. Wait, Chad, there's no way. Dude, there's no way. Hold on, boys. Hold the fuck on. This is him on March 8th. Okay, you're not actually mentally ill, right? Like, this is memes and stuff, but you're like doing good. Yeah. Okay, I'm good. A lot of the unhinged stuff I say is all jokes. I'm on medication because I have a super mild form of schizophrenia, but I'm not actually deranged. Thank you for asking, lol. I feel like you've been asking. Should be a sign that I need to tone it down. So she seems totally reasonable. She seems like she could absolutely consent. This is insane. She's obviously not insane here. Wait, I gotta get him back in the call. I gotta get him back. So Mrow, are you aware of what I've just been sent?
I think that's one of the ones I showed you, right?
No, it's not. You showed me 3.
Isn't it?
Anybody can rewind the VOD. You did not show us 3.
Oh, hold on. I'm almost 90%.
No, you didn't.
Sure I did.
Because the only one I asked you that
I did.
Where? I had it pulled up on screen.
The response from wait, hold on. God damn it. One sec.
Wait, you know what you can do?
One.
You know what you can
do? I missed one fucking. Give me a sec.
So you didn't show this one to me?
No, I did. You can
did.
Dude, look in the group chat. There's a top half to it. I should have sent it. I don't know where it is. I don't know why it's not sending it. Oh yeah, fuck. Okay. No, that's my bad. No. Hold on. That's my bad. I forgot the top half. Because I'm pulling these. Not that this is an excuse. Obviously, I obviously fucked up by not sending all of it. Right. I wholeheartedly I take that or I own that or whatever. I should have sent the top half. I'm getting these fucking screenshots from like multiple different places. So I do apologize. That was not intentional on my part.
Acheeto just messaged me that he just took the screenshot I'm displaying on screen, so there's no way you have access to this.
I look in your DMs.
I don't see it. I'm looking.
I just sent it to you. Dude, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I'm good, Lamau. A lot of the unhinged stuff I said. Oh, so you sent me the second half.
So I sent.
You sent me one of these messages.
Again, like I said, I apologize.
10 minutes ago.
Again, yeah, I understand. Again, Aiden,
that would have been pretty good to start off with. That would have been
dude, shut the fuck up. I'm telling you, Aiden, I apologize. I'm getting these screenshots from multiple different sources, right?
Okay,
I should have sent. I understand. I should have sent the top part. It is my bad for not sending the top part. I genuinely thought I did. I apologize. I own that. Okay. I thought I sent the top part.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. This is really just not a good look.
What do you? Who cares? I don't care.
Okay.
Genuinely, everything that I have said, I genuinely believe in.
Like, do you not understand like how this DM like kind of challenges the notion of like insanity that you were using earlier?
I don't believe it does now.
So this is the
again from everything that I understand about this girl, she is like insane. And again, to be very clear, I don't think anything like evil or malicious happened here. I just think it's like really weird.
Okay, I've said it was like weird repeatedly just to ask someone to make a shrine, but that's not what we were.
But you followed it up with like nothing burger, and I don't agree that this is a nothing burger.
Because it is a nothing burger. If it's not a nothing burger,
that's okay. Then sure, we agree on the nothing or disagree on the nothing burger thing. Then
you've already made your opinion up, dude. I don't think like there's anything.
Because nothing that you've said today has made me like go back on everything that I've been told about this situation.
I don't think anything I say is gonna make you go back. I think you're so.
I'm sure there's something you could give me, but I genuinely wholeheartedly think like again, dude, this is something I've been looking into for fucking weeks at this point. Like I have seen way more that I probably like. I can't fucking recount everything.
I get that, but this is when we're discussing whether or not she is mentally ill, and I'm asking you, did he know, etc., etc. You should have recalled this DM right here and should have shown it in its entirety. You've admitted that that was a mistake, so I'm glad you admitted that, and you've apologized to me.
Yeah, again, I should have sent both of them. I apologize.
It's not me you need to apologize to. It's Acheeto. What I'm going to say here right now is
100%. I'm never apologizing to Acheeto. I believe everything that I said wholeheartedly. I genuinely believe he took advantage of a mentally ill girl.
Okay, you just have not provided any evidence for that. She seems perfectly
sure. Okay, I genuinely believe that I have seen sufficient evidence to suggest that. I might not be able to bring it all up on stream right now. I could probably get with you like fucking in a day or two if I'm able to compile everything, or even on a stream. I don't care.
I'm not gonna talk to you about this one-on-one, and do you know why? There's been multiple like fundamental details in this stream that when I've said something or we've had a discussion and you've either gone back on that, contradicted yourself, or outright disagreed with what we had just spoken about. So
I don't think I contradicted myself ever.
So I feel like, well, when you say to me, and you're now claiming in hindsight that this was a troll, but when you say to me that I left something out, and then I say, oh, well, what about like like the cake thing. And then you say, well, there's more than that. And then you say, no, you just later on, after I had said that, like 10 minutes after I said that, you said, no, it was just the cake thing. Then yes, you've contradicted yourself. So you tried to pass it off as a troll after the fact, which by the way, is what you just got on Jalen for doing literally like yesterday or 2 days ago. Obviously, I'm not gonna have this conversation with you in private. I need it to be witnessed by everybody because I can't, I don't know.
It can be on stream then, I don't care. Like I said, I genuinely, everything I have said here on stream, I wholeheartedly believe in.
Well...
To add on top of it, because I know the call's gonna end soon, whatever. I don't think anything malicious. I don't think there was a fucking grooming or anything like evil. I just think this is like insanely weird and probably bad. That's like the extent of it. I'm not trying to imply that fucking anything of malpractice took place or whatever, right? That is never my claim, and I'm never going to claim that.
You used the term that you said that he took advantage of her, and you were citing like.
That's probably like the extent of it, yeah.
Okay, that's a.
But past that, I don't think there's like
Wait, when we say taken advantage of, that pretty much implies that something malicious took place. Is there a way you could take advantage of somebody where it's not malicious? That's my question for you.
Maybe, probably not. Maybe my wording's just fucked. When I say malicious, I'm meaning like insanely like fucking evil. Like I don't think there was grooming or predation or anything like that.
All of your wording here has implied malice, and now you're going back on it.
Sure, if it's malice in terms of taking advantage of, sure. If it's malice, like I think he was taken advantage of.
I'm trying not to get angry at you here, dude.
Dude, you're so fucking like, dude, I'm gonna be honest, your view of like what is ethically right and wrong is like really fucked. Like you're just genuinely optics brained.
We're talking about a guy taking advantage of somebody, which is what you allege. We have to be, I said to you at the beginning of this discussion, we have to be very careful about how we word this. Okay, and you've been everything but careful. You've been outright reckless. So I don't
believe so.
I'm not resetting this conversation a 5th time. I've given you like so many chances to prove your point. You haven't, and in fact, I've been given evidence that actually disproves your point entirely. Okay?
I don't think it does.
I've made it clear I don't like. You've accused me of sweeping. I've made it clear that I take issue with the Cheeto. But with something as serious as this, I know that I have to be careful about it, and I can clearly tell that there is not enough evidence here for me to reach the conclusion that he did anything wrong. I'm just gonna warn you now.
You don't think anything wrong happened?
Wait,
I don't know how you could possibly come to that conclusion.
You have to prove that he did do something wrong, which you've yet to do.
I believe I have.
He actually seems to have taken so many precautions. He interpreted apparently her tweets the same way I did because he's double checking. I saw her like medication tweet that you cited as like just like an edgelord 16-year-old fangirl. And he apparently took it the same way because he's just double checking with her, which he didn't have to do. And he goes to double check with her and she gives a perfectly coherent, reasonable response that would indicate to any party that's reading this that she's clearly like not insane. She could tell the difference between right and wrong. You've obfuscated having a diagnosed mental health condition with being insane, when obviously the two are very different when we're deciding like someone's ability to consent.
I think again, I'm not saying that they're the same thing. I'm saying one on top of the other. She is mentally ill, and from everything I have seen and like heard about her, she is insane.
Okay, you have yet to demonstrate that. Nothing here indicates insanity. Nothing here indicates insanity. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know how to say this like any nicer. You're a fucking idiot. Okay, you were like one of the
we just disagree. No, like I said, every single thing, Aiden, every single thing, every single thing I've said.
Fucking people I've ever had a conversation
absolutely every single thing I have seen, whether it be things that I've shown you on stream or things that I've seen behind the scenes, have suggested to me that this person is not of sound mind and probably could not have like seen the ramifications of this, right? This seems probably really bad. I think Acheeto did take advantage of someone, and I genuinely believe that.
It's over before it even started.
Sure, maybe I didn't provide enough evidence to suggest that, right? But genuinely, my belief is like the same as I joined this conversation.
You're done. You've proven yourself to be. You've proven yourself to not be able to handle the most basic of fucking allegations, and you've handled this so recklessly. So unbelievably recklessly that I have no faith in you that you'll ever be able to handle something in regards to commentary covering someone else ever again. You are unwilling to admit you're wrong. You're unwilling to back down.
Because I don't believe I'm wrong.
You've negated crucial evidence throughout the course of this discussion, and it's reckless.
I don't believe I did.
And it's about somebody I don't even fucking like. You're a fucking idiot.
I mean, you can do your whole like your whole like content shit, but yeah,
how can you not even if you fucked up to begin with, how could you not back down after the fact? And how could you do the thing you just accused Jalen of doing last night? That's fucking crazy. That's literally insane. You're a fucking crazy person. I don't think she's insane. I think you're fucking insane.
Yeah, I mean,
What
to
is
repeat myself
wrong
like the
with
fifth
you?
time, everything, like, I
You
genuinely
just
believe with
argued about
everything
this
that I
last
said.
night about the fucking Schrodinger's retard thing, and now you're doing it. You're
Sure,
over,
I mean, like-
dude.
like-
It's done. It's done. You're over.
Sure, like I said,
maybe
I
you know what, dude?
agree with
You know what, dude?
everything.
Maybe you'll have a shot in the furry community. Take care, dude.
Okay, everything that I've said, I wholeheartedly believe in.
I'm sure
Again.
you do. I'm sure you're stupid enough to still believe everything you've said. Take care, dude.